Welcome back to Science 9. In this video, we are going to discuss one of the non-Mendelian inheritance, which is the incomplete dominance. We will discuss its definition, mechanism, and some examples of incomplete dominance. So what is incomplete dominance? Incomplete dominance is when a dominant allele does not completely mask the effects of the recessive allele. Instead, there is the blending of both alleles. I want you to take note, the keyword here, there is the blending of both alleles. It is also called a semi-dominance or partial dominance. You will know later on why. Example is a rose plant. As you can see, we have here white rose crossed with a red rose. The result of the offspring, it's a different color. It's not white or red. Instead, it's the blending of white and red. So what's the combination of white and red? We have now a pink color. Mechanisms of incomplete dominance. Many genes show complete dominance. That was based on Mendel's experiments. Remember? Like example, here we have here purple pollen of a pea plant crossed with a purple pistil. Now for the pollen, you have here genotypes of big B, small b. For the pistil, you have big B, small b. So they are both heterozygous. The result, you have here big B, big B, big B, small b, big B, small b, small b, small b. You will notice that all the offsprings with capital B, they were all purple. There was only a white phenotype when there's a combination of both small letters or small letter alleles. This was Mendel's law of dominance. But in this case, for incomplete dominance, it's a different story. Can you see the difference? White crossed with red. The result is not white, it's not red, instead blending of both, which is now pink. Why does incomplete dominance occur? Aside from roses, what are the other plants showing incomplete dominance? We have tulips, carnation, we have 4 o'clock plants, bougainvillea, and snapdragon. Incomplete dominance can occur because neither of the two alleles is fully dominant over the other, or the recessive allele. It appears to be a mixture of both. So remember, in incomplete dominance, may capital pa rin na allele, there's also a small letter allele, but the dominance is partial, it's 50%. So in order to achieve that, there is now the mixing of both alleles. Example, we have here a red flower crossed with a white flower. Genotypes for red is big R, big R. Genotypes for white, small r, small r. We're going to cross them. It will result to big R, small r, big R, small r, big R, small r, big R, small r. So it has 100% heterozygous genotypes, big R, small r. If we're going to follow Mendel's law, all of these should be all red. But since we are talking incomplete dominance, red is not totally dominant over white. Instead, they blend. So the result, they are all pink. Other examples of incomplete dominance. In humans, we have the hair. We have straight hair and curly hair. In between, you have wavy hair. Another is the skin color. If you have here a very dark color, very light, in the middle we have a medium or brown. Examples of incomplete dominance in animals. First, we have rabbits. As you can see, a black fur rabbit mates with a white rabbit, the result will be a gray color of fur. In horses, chestnut horse crossed with a white horse, it results to a rowan horse. It's a blending of a red and a white horse. In rabbits, we have Angora rabbits with thick or longer fur crossed with a Rex rabbit with shorter fur. The result of the offspring will be medium size of fur. Also in dogs' length of tail, we have a long tail crossed with a short tail. The result will be a medium size tail. Also in Andalusian chickens, if we have here a pure breeding black male chicken and a pure breeding white chicken, it will result now to blue feather color. This is caused by a dilution gene that partially dilutes the pigment melanin and makes the feathers lighter, so it becomes blue. Now let us go to your module. On page 8, what's new? There is a given problem there. It states, in 4 o'clock plants, R is the allele for red color and big W is the allele for white color. Now, we can actually change these alleles so that you will not be confused with the codominant later on. In complete dominance, there is still dominant allele. So there is a capital letter and there should be small letter. But when they blend, when they combine, the dominant is not 100% shown. Instead, it's only partial. Kaya nga incomplete ang tawag dyan. Therefore, we can actually change it like this, down. In 4 o'clock plants, big R is the allele for red color and small r is the allele for white color. Okay, let us solve the problem. This is found in your module, page 8. In 4 o'clock plants, by the way, do you know why they are called 4 o'clock plants? It's because they bloom at 4 o'clock in the morning and then they're going to close their petals 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's 4 o'clock plants. Anyway, big R is the allele for red color. Small r is the allele for white color. It says here, construct a Punnett square showing this cross between red and white colors. Aside from that, you're going to identify the genotypes of the offspring and then the phenotypic and the genotypic ratios. So let's see. Again, we're going to assign alleles. Alleles are like a version of gene. Now, they are usually represented by alphabet letters. So let us represent big R for red because red is dominant over white. And then small r for white. So the genotypes and the phenotypes. So big R, genotype. Its phenotype is red. Small r for white. Big R, small r for pink. Why? Because it's incomplete dominance. There's the blending of red and white. So again, going back to the problem, we're going to cross red and white. Let's let's assume the red flower plant is the male, and the white one is the female. Therefore, let's construct the Punnett square. So again, we're going now to assign where we're going to put the genotypes of the female and the male. So let us start with the male, which is red. The genotype is big R. And then for the female, we have small r for white. Let's cross big R, small r, big R, small r, big R, small r, big R, small r. Why is it that whenever there is a big allele or capital letter, sila yung nauunang sinusulat, Hindi pwedeng small r and then capital R. It's because of dominance. Lagi na yung capital letter ang naunang isulat bago yung small letter. Anyway, so what are now the genotypes? Big R, small r, big R, small r, big R, small r, and big R, small r. They are all heterozygous genotypes. So what is the ratio? Genotypically, we have 4/4 big R, small r, or 100% big R, small r. For phenotypic ratio, 4/4 pink or 100% pink. Another problem is given in your module, page 10. What's more? So, two pink bougainvillea flowers were crossed and they produce offspring with three different colors. Big R, small r is the allele for the color pink. What would be the phenotypes of the offspring? What are the phenotypic and genotypic ratios? So let us solve this problem. Again, you should know your alleles. You assign capital R for red, small r for white. For their genotypes, big R, its phenotype is red. Genotype small r, phenotype is white. Genotype big R, small r, the phenotype is pink. It's the blending of red and white. Now let us go back to the problem. It says here you are going to cross pink with another pink. So again, let us assign if that is the male and this is the female. We're now going to cross using the Punnett square. Assign where to put the genotypes. So let us start with the male. Pink is big R, small r. The female, pink also, kaya big R, small r. Let's cross big R, which is the red. Next, big R, small r, which is pink. Big R, small r, pink. And small r, which is white. What are the phenotypes of the offspring? We have red, pink, another pink, and white. Genotypic ratio, 1/4 big R is to 2/4 big R, small r is to 1/4 small r. Or 25% big R is to 50% big R, small r is to 25% small r. For the phenotypic ratio, you can have 1/4 red is to 2/4 pink is to 1/4 white. Or 25% red is to 50% pink is to 25% white. From here, see you in the next video.